To show Andrew Mountbatten Windsor crouched over an unidentified woman are featured in the latest disclosure of files linked to the late American sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The images are among more than 3 million documents published by the Trump administration. It's not known.
3 million? 3 million? It's a lot. 3 million is a lot. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's a lot to have in evidence. If I heard that correctly, let me play that again.
Windsor crouched over an unidentified woman are featured in the latest disclosure of files linked to the late American sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The images are among more than 3 million documents published by...
3 million documents. That is a lot of evidence to have on someone. That is a lot of evidence. I ain't gonna lie. See, when Trump and them locked down, this is on BBC as well. I'm not even surprised BBC put this out there. Like, shout out to BBC as well for not even giving a fuck and just putting out real news for once in their lifetime. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Because I know they've been trying to make sure they don't put this out there, especially us lot, you know, having Charles as the king, and that's his brother. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, bro. It's really embarrassing to know that this is what's happening right now, and it's not. It's embarrassing on the brother, but it's just embarrassing in general. And the fact that Trump's put this out there, bro, you can tell he don't give a fuck. He's like, what? I told you guys as well, yeah. And this is happening when, you know, the prime minister went to go make a deal with China and just basically say, fuck you, we're going to do a deal with China regardless. You know, I made a video about that actually, and a lot of people are saying that the deal that, you know, Sturmer done with China ain't shit. To say, yo, it ain't shit. And I was like, yo, it's a bit too early for him to be doing that, but it is what it is. The Epstein file's out. I just covered the Jay-Z part, and now it's the Andrew part right now. Let's get to it.
By the Trump administration. It's not known where they were taken. Mr. Mountbatten Windsor has been asked for comment, but he hasn't responded.
Of course not.
He's previously denied any wrongdoing. The US Justice Department said this was the final batch of material that would be published. John Sudworth has the details.
In and amongst the more than 180,000 images released are these pictures showing the then Prince Andrew kneeling over and touching a female whose identity has been hidden. There's no context, location or date provided. Andrew has always denied any criminal wrongdoing, but this latest batch of files once again contains items raising serious questions of judgment, not least an email exchange from 2010, long after his close friend Jeffrey Epstein had been convicted of sexual offences involving children, suggesting he meet with a 26-year-old Russian woman in London who he might enjoy having dinner with. Andrew replies he would be delighted to see her and adds, will she be bringing a message from you? Please give her my contact details to get in touch. Epstein writes back, she's 26, Russian, clever and beautiful, and yes, she has your email.
We will continue reducing.
The new files also contain further revelations about Peter Mandelson, who last year lost his job as British ambassador to Washington after it became clear his friendship with Epstein.
Bro, Mandelson embarrassed himself, man, with that email. I done a content of him like 3-4 months ago, bro. It was embarrassing. He was on some, don't fight. Keep going. Like, joke, man. You know what I told you guys, fam, listen, if there's 9 thieves in the room and you're the 10th thief in the room, bro, you are a thief. There's 9 pedo in the room and you're in the room with the pedo, you are a pedo. You're the 10th pedo. I'm saying to you. But look, before I get to this Madison one, yeah, so let's say 140, right? This picture, yeah, my opinion, it doesn't say a lot. First of all, who's taking the pictures? You know, it doesn't say a lot because we can't really see the picture. We can't see the face of the woman, you know, if she's underage, because obviously it does say that, yeah, he sent her a 26-year-old, and 26-year-old, you know, obviously that's, you know, human trafficking. If you're sending someone to another person, it's a human trafficking. That would be considered as human trafficking. And especially him being part of the royal family and he's been caught banter right accepting that offer from Epstein, then that's looking bad as well. That's looking terrible as well, regardless if the person was underage or not. Do trafficking, sex trafficking. Do you know what I mean? Whether you want to word it in a way, it's sex trafficking. But who was taking the picture of this? And look at his face, like he looks happy to be there, you know? All right, let's go back to it.
Friendship with Epstein had been deeper than previously known. They include the claim that the sex offender sent Lord Mandelson's then partner, now husband, Ronaldo Avila da Silva, £10,000 to cover the cost of an osteopathy course. Lord Mandelson has described his friendship as a most terrible mistake and says he wasn't aware of Epstein's crimes.
That is cap. That is a bunch of cap. You know, one thing I found out about Epstein that you guys might not know about, and if you do know about it, then cool. If you don't, let me tell you. What Epstein used to do was make sure he, you know, had dirt on all of these politicians that participated in this madness. All these high, powerful people have dirt on them doing crazy shit. So I guess that's why they was taking picture of them at the scene, so they can blackmail them to actually do the things they want them to do. So that's how they hold so much weight. You know what I'm saying to you? So it's like, if I had a party in my house now, and then I had all these celebrities in my house, and I had sex workers and whatnot, and I got hidden cameras all over the house, and I caught some of the celebrities having sex with the, you know, sex workers and doing things they shouldn't do, I have that dirt on them, and I can blackmail them to do things for me in the future if needed to. That makes sense? A bit of what Puffy was doing. So Epstein was actually been doing what Puffy been doing, but on a different scale levels with politicians and world leaders. Do you know what I mean, though? So, yeah, that was his game, you know, blackmail, you know, get them to do kinky shit because then he knows they're insecure. You know, they got the power, but they're insecure. Find out what the fantasy is and just have dirt on them. That's really what this guy game plan was, and he succeeded, you know, until he got caught and, you know, killed himself. That bit there, yeah, I know there's a mad conspiracy whether he killed himself or not, but, you know, I should assume he's dead, you know what I mean? We'll just say he's dead, you know what I mean? But that was his pattern. That's the way them man they move, you get me? So that's how they, you know, pass power down to each other. Like, all right, cool, I got dirt on him, don't worry, he's gonna do it, boom, 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 he has dirt, you know what I mean? That's same pattern, man, same pattern.
There's little, though, to pose a real threat to President Trump, apart from some unsubstantiated allegations which the FBI had already ruled out, nor, his administration says, anything to prove a wider conspiracy. But with so many documents withheld or redacted, Jeffrey Epstein's victims do not believe they've yet been given the whole truth.
When the president signed the bill in November, it was to release all the files. All the files need to be released. They haven't been released. So that's what closure looks like. That's what justice looks like, whether anyone's prosecuted or not. Get the full information out there so the public, the survivors, and everyone can really know what's going on.
It's bigger than the victim. It's really bigger than victim. We're talking about exposing world leaders and putting them in blast while you can just blackmail them and get what you want to get out of them. It's really bigger than the victim. We're talking about, you know, this is business. When you blackmailing people, family, is business. So if he's going to release some type of file, he's like, you know, fuck it, I'm going to release the file, man. Even with Sean Carter, might as well start calling him Sean Carter, you know, him getting exposed. You got to remember, he was part of, like, he's not for Trump and them. He's more Obama and them, Democrats and all of that. You know what I mean? That's what Jay-Z, that's the vibe Jay-Z gives me anyway. And he's like, yo, man, release that as well, man. Put him on blast as well. Okay, cool. Andrew, release that as well, man. You know, him, you know what? I was going to release your thing, but I need you to do me a favor. That's what's going on right now. It's a power thing. It's not really about the, you know, unfortunately, it's not about the victim. This is a chess move that's being made, and those that did not get on board will get exposed. This is what's really happening right now, guys.
With continuing calls for him to give evidence in America, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has yet to respond to the latest revelations, but he's always strenuously denied any wrongdoing.
John Sudworth there.
So, really and truly, yeah, like I said to you, it's gone past the victim, because, you know, if it was really for the victim, they would have put this out. As long as I keep saying that, yo, you know, Trump's playing it, you know, smart, playing a chess move. Look, when it comes to that type of industry, it's not about running up a man and saying, yo, bro, do this or else I'm going to do this to you right now. I'm going to arm you. No, it's all about ruining them worldwide, breaking them down worldwide, where they don't have no more ammunition. They ain't got no power. The worst thing that can happen to some of these people that's visible is when the public don't respect them no more. That's one of the worst things. Humiliated throughout the whole world to see this is what you are. So that's how they get them. You got to remember that for you to receive power, you have to do something for someone, and someone has to have dirt on you for them to let you in that door before they give you that power, just in case you don't get too big for your boots. This is their thing. This is how they, you know, transition power to each other. Transaction. This is the transaction of power giving. Okay, cool. I'm going to give you this power. I'm going to give you this visibility. I'm going to give you this money, but you're going to have to do something for me to have something on you, because I don't want you to think that you're bigger than me. And then when you get that power and then you want to put someone else, you do the same thing that I done to you, and then it goes on and 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 it goes on. The devil's juice. Do you know what I mean? That's the reason why all these people now that's happening. Like, listen, if one person says it, okay, it's you and that one person. If two persons say it, okay, it's you and that two person. If three persons say it, then bro, three people must be right about what you did. Especially if they're all saying the same thing. Do you know what I mean? So we're gonna see how this shit has been stretched. It's been dragging for way too long. They need to be closing chapter of this book. Like, who's going jail? Because right now this is all speculation floating around the news. You know, embarrassment. It's just embarrassment right now. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is just chess move being made. Until someone goes jail, then we can know it's real. But right now, I don't feel like no one's being charged for it. I feel right now it's all speculations. They've released a file, yes, but who's being charged? You know what I mean? But anyway, guys, I'm going to catch you in the next one. Peace.
God gave me grace. God gave me style. God gave me grace. God put a smile on my face. God made me smile on my face. God made me shine like the sun. God made me shine like the sun. Sometimes I feel like I'm the one. Sometimes I feel like it ain't my fault.